hate to wax poetic, but I remember at the beginning of my career, another Auburn coach flipped a player away from Bear Bryant, and suddenly we started going, I wonder, is this a moment in time that we're going to go back to? And to me, that's what last week reminded me of. Saban is on short time. I mean, come on. It came out in a publication today in Palm Beach. Matt, Nick Saban spent $17.5 million buying a home on Jupiter Island. His neighbors, Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with the area.
You know the drill.
We got a place in West Palm. I know exactly where they're at.
So I mean, I'm just asking my friends in Alabama, if your head coach just dropped $17.5 million for, that's not, is that a weekend home, Matt? I don't think so. And by the way, he's already got a weekend home in Florida. On the other coast, he's got a lake house in Georgia. I mean, that to me sounds like a retirement home. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't have a home in Florida. You understand that locale, but that's what it sounds like to me. And maybe $17.5 million is not a lot of money to Nick Saban, but that really is pretty remarkable. And I think, I don't know when he's going to retire, but Hugh Freeze will be at Auburn after Nick Saban's at Alabama. I can mark that one down pretty easily.
And when it comes to Nick, and you talked to him at SEC Media Days, I had him on Sports Center with me, and I had asked him how his off-season work-life balance has changed throughout the years. And he got into that about how he understands now it's important for his coaching staff to be around his family, which I think is all well and good because he has learned that you can still win by not putting in 24/7 and burning out your entire coaching staff. But for me, for Saban, and I want to get into the storylines going into Alabama's camp in just a minute, but when you look at Nick Saban holistically and how college football, and I want to bring in college basketball for this conversation, has changed coaches, because the legends of the game, Roy Williams, Jim Boeheim, even our guy at Villanova, Jay Wright, these are Coach K. These are coaches that were legends that outwardly said, Paul, man, I can't keep up nowadays. I can't keep up with the portal and the NIL and everything that goes into being a successful college coach. I'm not saying Nick Saban doesn't have the resources, the brain, and the want to deal with all the portal and everything in between, but this is not Nick Saban's college football from a decade ago.
No, and the signs are there. I have Alabama friends who would never criticize Nick Saban, but they say the reason we, meaning Alabama, didn't win the last 2 years, and by the way, they came in second and fifth, we're coaching. And all the criticism goes to the coordinators, Bill O'Brien and Pete Golding. But he had an offensive line coach who used to be a head coach in the NFL who he got rid of last year. And there's so much blame to go around. And you just have to wonder. I don't know, Matt. I mean, we all see things differently, but he's going to Italy. He's partaking in a Ferrari dealership. He's buying nearly a $20 million beach home. I mean, it sounds like a guy who may have discovered life after all these years. And maybe the most important thing isn't winning his 8th national championship.
Yeah, and look, when we were on SportsCenter, we were looking at his golf swing, and he was mad that we were showing the video of how bad his golf swing was at the time. I tell you what, investing $18 million in a home near Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, that'll change your golf swing in a minute when you sit next to those guys. But storylines coming into Alabama's camp. Look, last year going into the season, Will Anderson Jr., Bryce Young, noted as the two best players at their respective positions in college football, couldn't get it done big picture national championship. I believe Alabama has a number of storylines coming into this camp, most notably in a long time, quarterback. I thought Jalen Milroe was a creative type player who was physically imposed. I mean, you just look at him and like, that kid plays quarterback.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.